Okay. All right. Gotta click anymore. Wow, that fucking that noise thing, the noise gate I have on it is crazy. Shit. All right, so this mic has to be like fucking on top of me. All right. Okay, well,
Mom, I spent 8 years on this degree, but I hate it, and I really want to change jobs. I'm sorry, I know this sounds crazy. I ended up going with Practicum. Practicum allowed me to keep my job and continue working.
The girls. They were in Farmers. They were in the Bronx. They were in Brooklyn.
I am thrilled you're here.
Thank you, man.
And
I appreciate it.
What can I get you?
Well, first of all, you already got it for me. I got the Hennessy and Coke right here.
Oh, okay.
They told me they said help yourself, so I helped myself.
I love when people are exactly who they are on TV. Like when you said that, it was like, oh, good. I'm glad he's that guy.
Yes, I am.
It cannot get more down and dirty than Club Random.
Right.
I hope you feel
Do
comfortable
you?
here.
Do you? I'm good. I'm good.
It's a good space, isn't it?
It is. It's nice.
It's
I
very,
can't deny it.
I mean, podcasts usually are like, I feel like deadly sort of serious
Yeah. I mean, you just
looking, you know.
yeah. It's,
And
well, it could
I,
be the lion's den for people that don't even either don't have anything to say, or are scared to say what they really want to say. But if neither
oh, I
applies,
know you're not
it's
that
good.
guy.
That's right. You're right about that.
So what? And so you have a drink.
Yes, sir.
Can I get you anything else?
Now I'm good.
You
I got my
don't
water here. I got
play with the wacky weed.
nah, you
No.
can do it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I know I can. I don't need your.
There you go. I
No,
understand. I understand.
trust me.
That's right.
But like, that was never a thing for you.
It was never a thing for me.
Really?
Growing up in New York, my friends, family, stuff like that. Of course, I had quite a few friends and family members who smoked a lot of weed and stuff like that, but it was never me.
Where?
I was
Where
just
in
never
New York
interested.
did you grow up?
I grew up in Hollis, Queens, right up the block from Run DMC, Jam Master J.
Oh,
About 5 minutes away from LL Cool J.
I was
Grew
just
up on
gonna
Farmers
say
Boulevard.
one of
he's
my
not from
favorite
Broward. He's not
records
from
is,
where Kodak is from.
Doing It Well.
That's right.
It's one. It's
Represent Queens. He was made out of Brooklyn.
and
Yeah.
I always found that like it's such a sexy record. Maybe second to almost none.
Nah, he's
It's a
made
v-
quite a few. Paradise, Phenomenon.
Yes, but this one is particularly.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, it's like sexy, 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 and then I'm from Queens and she's from Brooklyn. To me, always like made me laugh. It just seemed to like come out of left field. Like
Right.
But what does that have to do with this? Queens and Brooklyn.
Well, if you grew up in New York City,
I
see,
know.
here's the
Right.
deal. In Hollis, I'm gonna just be real with you. It wasn't really a lot of girls. They were on. They were in Farmers. They were in the Bronx. They were in Brooklyn. You know, they were. You know, in other sections of Queens, New York. But Hollis, that's not where you went to if you was looking for your girlfriend. It just wasn't where you
Because,
went.
and this is because why?
The prettier girls were in other areas.
Uh,
You asked. I mean, it was just the truth. I mean, my
Hey.
sisters were gorgeous, but
Hey.
I can't speak for everybody else in the
I
neighborhood.
went to Cornell in the 70s. That was not a feast
Right.
for a heterosexual male
Yeah.
either. I mean, there are places we find ourselves in,
That's right.
and
Why-
it is
what's
funny,
happening?
Like, you know, I, pri- good looks in a woman
Thank you.
is like it's a double-edged sword.
Because
Well, well,
what does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's look, well, first of all, pretty girls are always complaining.
Okay.
Okay, so there is bad.
Hot
like,
take.
you know, you're a lot of you. They'll always say, "I can't leave the house without getting hit on all the time," and I'm
Right.
like, "Boo hoo." You know, would you rather be a plain
Right.
girl? And no, the answer, no. Okay, you
Yeah.
know, because we can ugly you up.
That's right. But I tell you this. True. I learned that beauty was in the eye of the beholder when I was growing up, and one of my best friends' name was Pooley. His name was Rodney Cowan, but his nickname was Pooley. Everybody in the neighborhood knew him as Pooley. You could put Beyonce right in front of Pooley, and Pooley would look at you and go like this, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? Because if you were not 250 pounds minimum with blubber hanging off your arms and cellulite everywhere, and you weren't big enough to tilt a small car,
There you
Pooley's
go.
not interested in you.
There you
You're
go.
entirely too small.
We're
What
the
is
same
that?
for real.
I mean, all of America now
Right.
loves bigness.
Right.
It's not my
What's
It's not my thing.
jam, and
It's not my thing. I'm not hating on it. To each his own.
I'm
It's not my thing.
I'm hating on it a little because I feel, first of all, it's not healthy,
Great white women for Stephen A. Smith.
Okay.
and second of all, it's tilting everyone toward this. You know, like girls think that it's better to have a giant ass, and I'm not into a giant ass.
Well,
You're
I'm
tripping.
not gonna deny.
Not into a giant
I
ass.
do like some a big booty. I ain't
Yeah,
lying.
there you go.
and,
Thank
you
God.
know,
Thank God.
It's almost mandatory.
and
for me,
this was always something in the
You're
black
right.
community. Am I right?
for the most part.
And
yeah.
then, like everything,
there are exceptions, but
right?
for the
But
most part.
mostly right. That
Yeah.
was where it originated.
That's right.
And then, like everything else, the white people in the suburbs stole it because now, I mean, every girl wants a big booty. I mean, this.
It is vastly appreciated by black men.
Right.
Every black man I know,
But
pretty
wh-
much every
what-
black man I know, that's
Right.
what we like.
But I'm saying when I was a kid, when I was growing up, when I was an adolescent, the last thing a girl wanted was a big ass. They wanted to be.
See, I have no experience with that.
Right.
I've never been around a black woman that didn't want to have a
No,
nice
I'm just
ass.
saying that this phenomenon of every girl wanting a big ass must have come as very welcome news to a lot of white chicks eating Haagen-Dazs.
Right.
Because, like,
Oh yeah.
this is, yeah.
Well, listen, what happened is I think that, listen, women are competitive just like everybody else. And you've seen what I've seen over the years, and with a lot of the white women that I have encountered, they've seen
Yeah.
black girl sisters.
I'm so glad I clicked on this and everything. This is fucking difficult, man.
Right.
with voluptuous figures, and they
Right.
said, "Excuse me, yeah, I want that because I want to compete with them." And they have no regard, no fear whatsoever competing with the sisters.
I gotta use this in the fucking song. Jesus Christ, I gotta use this. Motherfucker.
For
Kidding me?
black men. It's a lot. And I think that, listen, women are competitive just like everybody else. And you've seen what I've seen over the years, and with a lot of the white women that I have encountered, they've
I
seen
wish I had a piano
black
that
girl
didn't sound like
sisters
Right.
shit.
with voluptuous figures, and they
Right.
said, "Excuse me, yeah, I want that because I want to compete with them." And they have no regard, no fear whatsoever competing with the sisters.
Okay.
For black men,
All right,
I've seen
well,
it before. Not with everybody, of course, but I've seen it.
But you said
now I got a YouTube to MP3 right now. Oh, please let me do it. God damn it. It's just a fucking long video. Please. I don't even need the whole video. I just need the first minutes.
a minute ago that like your friend who liked
Yes.
Big.
Yeah.
You said that wasn't your thing.
No. I said that wasn't his thing. Oh, it's always been my thing. Big women have not been my thing. That's his thing. I've
Right.
always liked a voluptuous woman, meaning that somebody with a big booty. No doubt about that. I'm still that way. I'm
Big
very
booty,
prejudiced.
but not big everything
There
else.
you go.
I see what you're
Pulley
saying.
wants you big everywhere.
I
He wants you taking up 2 seats on the plane.
right.
And if you're not, he's not interested. He's not interested. Halle Berry, Beyonce,
Right.
J Lo.
I don't know if it's gonna work. Fuck,
Megan
bro.
Thee Stallion. Pulley look at them like, what am I supposed to do with that? They too small.
So he wants Lizzo.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
And she might be too small.
shout out
No.
them Lizzos.
She
That's
might be too small.
Okay.
that's
This
it's
is-
bold.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
That guy's
I'm
bold. I
believing
love
you.
it.
Yeah.
I love
I'm
it.
just saying,
Yeah.
Mrs. Robinson, this conversation is getting a little longer now. No, I'm not. I don't want to. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. There is a health factor here.
I agree.
There just is.
I agree. Especially in this day and age. You're right.
I don't know what you thought of like the athletes who didn't want to get vaccinated,
Mhm.
and I don't want to get into a big fight about it because I will.
Okay.
But I was on their side
Mhm.
because health is a case by case basis,
Right.
and when you're a finely tuned athlete with a body that is perfect because that's your living.
Mhm.
You put in that body only what
Right.
you want to put on to keep that
Right.
instrument. That is your instrument.
Mhm.
The idea that Djokovic was going to hurt anybody or
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers and, oh my gosh, Kyrie Irving. I mean, clutch my pearls. I thought bully for you
Mhm.
guys first, and especially Kyrie Irving gave up a lot of money,
Mhm.
although he'll get it back because he can play now, right?
Yeah, he can play now. He ain't going to get the money back, though. Not the money he lost.
Well,
but
if
it's
he-
only
if-
about
if he-
17,
well,
18
say he has
million.
but he's going to play this year. No,
He's going to play to this
no
year with no
restrictions, right?
restrictions. He's
Okay,
getting about 39 million this year.
Okay, so he has. Okay, right.
38,
and
39.
say he has a great year, which
Yes.
I bet he will.
Which he will. He's spectacular.
Okay, he is spectacular.
Yes.
So after a great year, he's going to have an Aaron Judge year.
Yeah.
Then they're going to offer him another this
Money back, though.
anybody or because I will.
Okay.
But I was on their side
Mhm.
because health is a case by case basis,
Right.
and when you're a finely tuned athlete with a body that is perfect because that's your living.
Mhm.
You put in that body only what
Right.
you want to put on to keep that
Right.
instrument. That is your instrument.
Mhm.
The idea that Djokovic was going to hurt anybody or
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers and, oh my gosh, Kyrie Irving. I mean, clutch my pearls.
I don't know what that is, bro.
I thought
Some fucking weird shit.
bully for you
Mhm.
guys first, and especially Kyrie Irving gave up a lot of money,
Mhm.
although he'll get it back because he can play now, right?
Yeah, he can play now. He ain't going to get the money back, though. not the money he lost.
Well,
But
if
it's
he-
only about
if he-
17,
well,
18
say he has
million.
but he's going to play this year. No
He's going to play this
no
year with no
restrictions, right?
restrictions. He's
Okay,
getting about 39 million this year.
Okay, so he has. Okay, right.
38,
And
39.
say he has a great year, which I
Yes.
bet he will.
Which he will. He's spectacular.
Okay, he is spectacular.
Yes.
So after a great year, he's going to have an Aaron Judge year.
Yeah.
Then they're going to offer him another big contract. So he will have both his integrity for standing up to the mob, who wanted to insist he do something to his own body that he didn't want to do, and he will have the money.
Okay, you said we're going to fight about this.
Okay.
So let's fight about it. Let me be very clear. I don't disagree with you.
It's not much of a fight.
I'm getting ready. I'm
Kidding
getting to the point. Yeah, it's your body, and somebody is trying to tell you what to inject into your body. I didn't like it. I was very reluctant and hesitant about getting vaccinated.
Me too.
But obviously, Disney made it very, very clear. You know, you want to work here in these corridors.
Exactly.
You need to do
me
that,
too.
right?
That's exactly with me.
That's right. Here's where I held it against Kyrie. It had nothing to do with being vaccinated or being vaccinated or being unvaccinated in my mind.
We're gonna try it.
What bothered me is that you are a superstar on a team that is a championship contender, and everybody is there because of you. Kevin Durant is in Brooklyn because of you. James Harden at the time was in Brooklyn because of you. Everybody's there.
It's still his body.
I understand that, but I understand that. All I'm saying to you is it's your right, but I'm thinking about it from a competitive perspective. A lot of dudes in the NBA didn't want to do it, but you playing for a championship.
Okay, but you
That's my
can pile up a mountain of you're right. There is a mountain over there of reasons why it's like.
That's all it was to me.
But
Right.
there's no going back from your body. It's your body. It's inside your body. And look, if I really thought first of all, every
Horrible.
medicine is
Garbage.
playing the odds,
Basura.
right? Because we just don't know that much.
I agree.
Even though they think they do.
Yeah, they think
Okay,
they do, but
so
they don't.
since we're playing the odds, I played them with this vaccine
Okay.
because nobody can realistically look you in the eye and say we are 1,000,000% sure. There's just no doubt that no harm can come. And I'm talking about down the road. I mean,
Dude,
and there have
honestly,
been, of
I don't
course,
even
there have
give a
been
fuck about
many
the vac-
people have had a reaction. All medicines have a reaction. I
Yes.
don't hold that against vaccines.
Yes.
We know that about all drugs.
Me too.
I hold against the people who pretend that we can't even talk about that, but we can. And I know anecdotally, we all know people who got the vaccine and had some reaction. Some minor, some not so minor.
Yeah.
Most people did not, and that's the way vaccines work. It's just more proof to me that our bodies are all individual.
That's right.
Some people it does have an effect on. It does weird things. Most people it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. If I thought it was really deleterious and my body couldn't withstand it, or 20 years from now my gallbladder is going to fall out of my ass because of this thing,
Right.
I wouldn't have done it. But you can't ever tell me that there's not some chance of that. And especially mean the down the road stuff. That was always my thing with vaccines. Down the road. Yes, I know they work at the time, mostly, not always, but yes, they do what they're supposed to do. Lots of drugs do what they're supposed to do. Antibiotics do what they're supposed to do. They also have a very deleterious effect on you. Chemotherapy works.
Right. Well, you talk.
So I'm just saying, in 25 years, that vaccine that's in your body, in confluence with a million other things that we don't know, how many x-rays you had, what do you eat, how many metals are in your body,
Right.
all these things could have we just don't know this.
Cool.
So I don't want to get cancer in 20 years. I didn't want to get COVID, but I would have rather have taken, my choice would have been rather to have risked COVID with this pathogen, another one that was more dangerous, I'd make a different decision, versus, I don't know, I'm trying to keep myself as pure as I can for the cancer argument.
Well, let me look at it this way. Let me retort with that. First of all, if Bill Maher says that, Bill Maher, and says he's looking things up and he's researching stuff and what have you, chances are people are going to believe you. A lot of times these athletes say, let me take some time, let me do my research. You ain't doing no damn bit of research. You lying your ass off. That's number one. So let's get that out the way. Let's get that out the way. They lying their ass off. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I brought up the championship.
Nobody ever checks you out.
I brought up the championship element. That's number two, because that's a big deal with me, because 99% of the league is taking it and they vying for the championship, and you got one of the best teams in the league, and they've assembled themselves in Brooklyn because of you, and they signed up for it. Then that's something that you need to consider. That's just me. Number three, I had COVID. I was double vaccinated. I hadn't taken the booster shot yet. Damn thing almost killed me because I had an endoscopy prior to the acquiring COVID. I had double pneumonia. I'm in the hospital New Year's Eve. It's 90 minutes before the ball drop, and the doctor's looking at me and saying, "We're gonna try this steroid with this antibiotic. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to call your family. We're probably gonna have to put you on the respirator. You're in pretty damn bad shape." It was that bad. Okay, so I understand where everybody's
Crazy.
coming
We
from, and I
almost
get all of
lost
that. But
Stephen
I
A.
also say
Smith to
this to you:
COVID.
when it comes to professional athletes, you know how much stuff gets put in their body that they have no damn
There you
clue
go.
whatsoever what it is.
Good
No,
ass
the-
point.
You're talking about pain.
I'm it could be medication. It could be. I mean, when you think about the
No, but-
anti-inflammatories they put in their body,
Do you
along with
really
other things.
think that Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and I could name a lot of other
Yes,
guys, maybe not
yes,
the majority
yes.
of the league, and the people who don't have the,
Mhm.
the power to get
Right.
what they want. But guys like that don't put anything in their body.
I feel you. I feel you.
Right?
There's
Am I right?
exceptions. Yes, but there's
Yes.
exceptions. Those are the
Um,
exceptions. I'm talking about
Right.
the rules.
It's pretty
And I'm
bad.
saying to
Right.
you got a lot of cats. They're not doing that, Bill. And they go to they get surgery. They go to the hospital for special surgery, for example, in New York or whatever. And they've had these they've had these surgeries. You're asking a doctor about the anesthesia they gave you. You're asking them about the medication specifically that they've given you. Chances are no. You're deferring to the expertise of the doctor before you make your decision.
Which is exactly the approach I do not endorse.
Got it.
Because right off the bat, what do they always say? Get a second opinion.
Right.
So I'm relying on another man who
Well,
has
forget
who
a
has the
opinion.
same
What
medical
if,
degree.
What if you went and got a second and third opinion, Bill, and all
Well-
three said the same thing? What you gonna do then?
If all three said the same thing, that would be great because then it wouldn't be an issue. There would have to be three different doctors, not like all from the same office, who
Right.
think the same way. I would not want to be the victim of groupthink.
Right.
But doctors vary greatly.
Right.
Now, they don't speak out because in this country, you're only allowed the one true opinion, especially about medicine. They will literally throw you off Twitter
That's
and shit
totally true.
for things that, like
Right.
doubting whether masks are effective. It's like,
Yes.
are you kidding?
Yeah.
Not only should we be able to say it, it's true. They're not mostly effective, not the
Exactly.
cloth ones and blah, blah,
There's
blah.
definitely some manipulation
Yeah.
that's going on in that regard, and
Right.
stripping of free speech. I
So,
definitely am with you with that.
What you're describing, where somebody is like, well, I'm just going to put myself in the hands of the guy in the white coat. He knows everything. He's my doctor. I like him. Okay, good luck with that. That's not the way I want to handle it.
Right.
I want to hear a lot of different opinions, or at least a few.
Well, I always
And-
want to hear a lot of opinions. What I'm saying to you is that every damn place I turned, they were telling me the same thing. Vaccination, vaccination, vaccination. I was here. Now, I saw people on TV that were saying something different. But when I went into actual doctor's offices, from Cedars-Sinai in L.A. to HSS in New York, to my personal doctor, what have you, in Long Island, I'm telling you, they were all saying the same thing. And so ultimately,
Yeah.
you get to a point where you're like, okay, what
But think
decision am I
about
gonna make?
you said you got it after 2 vaccinations.
Two, yeah.
So I'm not saying that it didn't work, the vaccine, or
Neither do I. I'm not saying that. I don't know.
Well, obviously it didn't work on you.
Right. Well, what they guess? Let me tell you what they said to
I
me.
mean, you said
What they said to me was,
you both got it and got it bad.
You're alive because you were
But-
vaccinated. That's what they told me.
Okay,
I
but
didn't know that.
okay. First of all, we don't know that.
I agree.
We absolutely maybe you would have had, not likely, but yes, possibly
Right.
you would have had a better chance without it because possibly you're a kind of a person where your natural immune system
Mhm.
or this vaccine didn't agree with you in some way, and
I think it was
and
the
actually,
endoscopy first, and that because I was opened up once I got COVID, I think
Yeah.
that's what compromised me.
yeah, of course. I mean, health is always.
I miss having good
The reason why
plugins.
holistic is a meaningful term is because if you think that you can compartmentalize the human body, which is what we do, specialists, the kidney specialist and this specialist, but the body works in concert. All of it is coming into effect with all of the other parts of the body, so you can't. It's misleading and
but
it's not accurate.
What I want to make sure you understand is that I'm acknowledging I don't know.
Right.
But what
No.
I'm saying
Right.
is that I don't know, and yet I'm here in this situation. On one hand, they're telling me Because I was vaccinated, that's why I'm alive. And in my mind, a part of me is saying,
But-
well, damn it, I was double vaccinated. I should have never got the damn thing.
And
You-
certainly
so-
should not have gotten it bad.
Ba-
So
bad.
it's like, it's so self-serving and it's so in the bubble. Like,
Right.
we're not going to examine what the other possibility is. We're just going to keep doubling down on our story, which is the vaccine is the only way for everyone. No questions asked. So if you get a horrible case, it would have been worse without it. Maybe.
Can I ask you a question?
Maybe,
when you
and
say it's
maybe
their sto-
not.
when you say it's their story,
I don't know,
whose
and
story?
they don't know.
Whose story? When you say it's their story, that's the narrative.
I'm
that
talking
they're
about the
pushing. Who's
Western
that?
medical establishment.
Got it. Got it.
The Dr. Fauci's of the world, an honorable man, a smart man, not a bad man, but a bureaucrat for many, many years. And, you know, groupthink, it's out there, man. It infects everybody. Medicine is trendy like everything else.
Yeah.
You remember in the 80s when they were saying carbo up? It was like loading, carbo loading. Everyone was eating carbs all the time.
It's ridiculous.
We would never
Loading
do
up. Yeah, you wouldn't dare do that now.
It's
Wouldn't
crazy.
dare do that now. But you talked about it. You said groupthink, and the bottom line is the reason why you're so popular is because you think for you.
Yes.
And so what happens is that whether I agree or disagree, when you say something, I'm opening up, I'm researching, because I'm thinking about what you said because I know your thoughts are not bought and paid for. Unfortunately,
feel this-
we don't know where the hell to turn.
And I feel the exact same way about you.
Thank you.
That's why I watch you.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes, I mean, I certainly am a red-blooded.
Dropping no frames so far.
heterosexual And
Yes,
was
I am.
raised
And
on-
I'm not even Etherneted up.
Me, I am saying. I was raised on football
Absolutely.
and baseball and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Not hockey. That's not American.
Only thing I know about hockey is that the puck is black
Not-
and that it's cold in each arena.
Not-
I don't know a damn thing else about hockey.
Really?
But I keep promising the commissioner,
How can
Gary
you-
Bettman, I'm going to go to a game with him.
So you could keep your job and not know shit about hockey?
Hell yes.
That's ballsy.
Hell yes. Oh, wait a minute.
That's-
Wait a minute. See, that's the problem.
That's
You got
gangster.
too many damn people lying about what the hell they know and they don't
I
know.
know, but
don't do
I
that.
would think that
I don't know
that's-
hockey and I don't know
Oh.
NASCAR.
No,
Period.
right.
And I'm not interested.
No, I've given you props for that because, like,
I'm not doing it.
usually I would think that if I went in for a job or anybody in sports and they would say, oh, so obviously you know about all the things we cover, which, I mean, you'd have to know. And all these other guys, I think, they know about women's softball.
No.
They know about all this shit.
Please.
No.
I couldn't tell you a softball player in America right now.
No.
All right.
Hey,
And it wasn't
what's
up
good,
until a
Kyle?
few
But
years ago that I
ESPN
could tell you in WNBA.
You about to watch me
proud of what they're
fucking
doing. I just didn't
destroy
know.
the
I didn't
league
know.
right now, dude.
Right. And that's your right.
Yeah.
You know, it's entertainment.
Well, they're not coming to me looking for me to talk about
Sports
hockey.
is entertainment.
I know
and
who my audience is and what
that's-
they're looking for from me. And
I feel like
give
my
them
shit's
that.
lagging, bro.
We are brought to you by Signal Wire, the real OGs of software-defined telecom. Remember that horror movie where if a person watches the cursed videotape, they'll receive a mysterious phone call and then die 7 days later? Talk about a frightening user experience. Well, if you're developing a product or app that features real-time communications
I'm
like
fucking
voice or
up
video,
right now.
Signal Wire can help make sure your user experience doesn't turn into a horror show.
Oh my
Whether
god,
it's voice,
dude.
messaging, or cutting-edge broadcast quality video, if it has to do with real-time communications, SignalWire has the APIs. With SignalWire, you can completely customize the user experience and integrate with an existing application or website with ease. SignalWire's ultra-low latency is essential for creating experiences where real-time really matters. Whether you're a developer, product builder, or just someone with a cool idea, SignalWire offers APIs, SDKs, and copy and paste code snippets to help you make your vision a reality
It's
fast.
garbage.
Get cutting-edge
Dude.
video, voice, and messaging from the original.
I'll do
geeks
okay
of
one game and then
software-defined
eat
telecom.
shit the next
Visit
game, bro. Like right now, I'm probably gonna eat shit.
signalwire.com/random
I can already
to sign up
tell.
for a free account.
I'm struggling.
Go to signalwire.com/random and build what's next in real-time communications. Go to signalwire.com/random. Hey, just doing a quick commercial in case you don't want to watch commercials. So meta. We have a subscription channel on Apple now called Club Random Velvet Rope, where you can get all the episodes ad-free, most new episodes a week early, full exclusive bonus episodes, and extra bonus content where I talk about whatever the fuck
Bonus content.
Now,
No!
just search Club Random on Apple Podcasts.
fuck.
Hi, it's me, Bill, the guy from the podcast you're currently watching. Just want to let you know that I will be performing at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden in New York, November 12th. Go to NewYorkComedyFestival.com for tickets. That's NYComedyFestival.com for tickets.
Not fair.
You might find this amusing.
Totally fair.
Costas and I,
And I missed.
always had this running argument about steroids.
Okay.
I'm on them, he's not.
No.
No.
No. That's a lie.
No.
But go ahead.
No. You know, he's the purist, and, you know, I mean, I love him. We're good friends, and I think he's
one of the greatest ever.
one of the greatest ever.
One of the greatest
right.
ever.
I'm so glad to hear you say
He's,
that. I mean,
he's-
you just got to give it up for
He's an idol.
And I still watch him do games.
Yeah.
You know, he still does games on, like, the Major League Baseball
Fuck,
He
channel.
deserves
fuck,
it. He should be doing
fuck,
it until
fuck.
he's ready to drop.
Right.
Because he's
And
that
he does
good.
it on a level, I mean.
Oh
I think
my
the
God, I'm
drug
setting this
partners
fucking
that
kid
doesn't
up perfectly,
understand
bro.
half the references he's making, you know, he does a much more erudite calling of a game with jokes and witticisms. And It's dry and never losing track of the game.
Never.
No,
But-
no.
Okay, so my point of view.
Okay, I'm
this
listening.
is especially during when the steroid thing, you know, with Mark McGuire and, you know, Bob was like, you're cheating, and I get that. And it's cheating. My point of view was,
Mother.
first of all, it's
Fuck.
entertainment.
Fuck.
You know, to see a guy jacked up and launch one into road triple Z.
Right.
It is
next to the
sick.
Levitra
I'm on
sign.
Bill's Mars
That's
side right
It's
now.
fantastic. I'm
Or into
just
the pond like
a
Barry
big-
Bonds was doing for years. Yes.
One of my favorite sports quotes, Barry Bonds. Can't I just be good? Can't I just? And he
That's
was.
your favorite quote. My favorite quote from him is, "You still coming to see the show?" That was my favorite quote from him.
I love Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
And he would stop with the asterisks and the.
I saw him at the NBA Finals, Golden State, Boston. And I walked right up to him. He saw me. We had never met. Gave me a big hug. I hugged him back. And you had people like, he's a cheater. And first words out of my mouth was, kiss my ass. I want to hear that.
No.
I said, this man was walking into the Hall of Fame before steroids ever became an issue. He was better than McGuire. He was better than Sosa. He was better than them all. And you guys, because they in 98
Oh,
was
I had
trying
it-
to
dude,
resurrect
I jumped
baseball
so
because the
fucking
World
high.
Series had been canceled in 1994, and the
No.
fans were reluctant to come back to the sport. Y'all rode their coattails.
I know, dude.
Received all
I'm
that
garbage.
money,
I'm fucking up
all
right
the
now.
ratings, all the popularity, okay?
fucking
then
up.
you want to bring up steroids after they deliver all of this for y'all.
Right.
Barry Bonds said, oh, that's what we doing, because I'm better than them now. But because they smacking home runs, you think they're better than me? Well, let me show you what I could do. And the brother went out there and was smacking home runs all over the place, and y'all want to condemn him. But you didn't get back the money. You didn't get back the ratings. You didn't get back the revenue that the ratings generated. You didn't do any of that. But you want to put an asterisk next to his name and then keep him out of the Hall of Fame and act like he never existed. But you didn't give any of that money back. I'm going to repeat myself. They can kiss my ass. I don't want to hear that. Barry
Yes!
is one of the greatest
Yes!
ever.
I would
Ever.
I would say that in his
Vamos,
you
hijo
know,
de puta.
athletes usually have a high noon from
Boom.
about 27 to 32.
I won.
think
I
he
basically
was a little
won.
later
Yeah.
because I
Fuck
think
his 3
he
goals.
peaked
That was the
a little
goal.
later. Not that he was a 7-time MVP, right? I mean, okay, it's amazing.
He was sensational.
Oh,
Is that-
no.
But when he was at his prime,
Right.
Fuck,
which
fuck.
I think went later into the 30s, I don't think there ever has been a hitter as dangerous.
Never.
Like,
Never.
right. Yeah.
Listen, let me give you a piece of evidence. Sports. Something came out called the Mitchell Report, where they had all these guys that supposedly used performance-enhancing drugs. A, Barry Bonds was not on that list of the Mitchell Report. B, 103 names were on the report. C, none of them hit 73 home runs in the
Well,
season.
I mean, we're not pretending he wasn't on steroids.
That's right.
I mean,
I know that.
You could see him.
I don't know why I
how
didn't
skinny
turn
he
around and
And then,
fucking-
you know, one year he came into camp, he was a lot
I'm a
heavier, and he
dumbass.
said,
Yes.
you know, I'm out of shape. And, yeah, but who puts on weight in the mandible?
That's right. How about that? How about that? You're absolutely right. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's 103 names. All
Right.
I'm saying is none of them hit
No.
73 home
And
runs. They
but
couldn't touch them.
Here's my point. Here was my steroid argument with Bob Costas.
Okay.
My side of it.
No, I set it up for him again.
Okay, it's cheating, but there were things in every era that players did first of all, you can't compare them to players of any other era. I mean, in this era, they used steroids, and that jacked up their numbers. I think that if I had to choose between that or playing where the players only had like literally a mitt. I mean, it was called a mitt because it wasn't a big basket glove.
That's right.
GG, that
That's
guy.
how Babe Ruth hit 342 lifetime.
And he wasn't playing.
Get water. Right on time.
Against black players.
And that was my next one. He wasn't playing against black players. No night games.
That's right.
No jet lag. No relief pitchers. I mean, the game, and because people change so much that you just can't. And so steroids was. I mean, Willie Mays was on the juice.
Right.
No.
That green juice that they drank, which was like speed, basically.
Right. I don't mind an asterisk next to any name because what you're saying with the asterisk is that there's a story to be told here, and we're going to tell it. What offends me is that you keep.
Hey man, are you Alpocalypse 423?
Yeah.
What's the deal? You got me running all over the place, day and night.
Oh, I have Spectrum now. Fastest Wi-Fi speeds around.
Oh, that's cool. How about we just pump the brakes though, now and again? This thing's like 2,000 pounds. You want to hold it?
Yes, I do.
Well, you can't, because it'll whip your arms right out of your body. And then how are you going to play your game?
I'm sorry, it's just really, really fast.
What if I just split your house in half with my Warhammer?
It still works out here, so it's pointless.
Spectrum One delivers the fastest Wi-Fi speeds in the nation. That's game-changing speed. That's Spectrum One.
And
Yes!
try to act like they never existed. You want society to forget what they brought to the table and how people reap the benefits of their exploits. That insults me.
Yeah,
that is just wrong, and I hate the fact that baseball gets away.
Son of a bitch.
I would even say Pete Rose. I mean,
I agree.
It's been a long time. Yes, it's the ultimate sin. He bet on baseball, but I don't think he bet against his team. So there is a ring of hell that is closer to the fire, which is betting, but against your own team.
He said
that would be a traitor.
Well,
but
two things.
Yes, sir.
Not only did he not bet against himself, there was never proof that he bet as a player. He bet as a manager, and he bet to win.
Yeah.
And I'm saying all-time hits leader, 44-game hit streak.
Of course.
All the stuff that he brought to the table.
All-time hits.
All the great that
it's
he
a game about two things, pitching and hits.
That's right.
And he's got one of them.
All the things that he did for the sport.
That was straight willpower on that
The
one.
world to forget him.
It's
not right.
How about just?
It's not right.
Fuck, they pardoned Nixon. How about just saying it's
honestly,
how 40 years or whatever before he croaks. Let's fucking give him,
right.
And
I totally agree with you. We agree with it. We agree totally.
On a lot of things.
Yes.
I wouldn't watch it if I really. I don't want to turn the TV and get mad. But I have a question I want to ask you.
Sure.
So,
I don't know why that guy
why
didn't
do you
just score.
think this? I thought of this when we were talking medical, actually. But I want to ask,
Sure.
why do you think
Yeah.
athletes' bodies are so much more fragile today when we're supposedly we're healthier?
Good
again, I don't
question.
want to make everything about Western medicine.
Yes.
But like we're supposedly so healthy, and yet pitchers used to pitch
He needs
complete
some
games
milk.
without breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
Warren Spahn and Juan Marichal.
Bob
Oh,
Gibson.
it jumped right
Or
over
maybe
it.
it was Bob Gibson.
What was
Gibson
that?
and,
Could have been.
one-
He had to get that
one of those
one.
dudes. No, it definitely was Juan Marichal.
Okay.
Pitched it was zero. It was no score after 15 innings. Both starters were still in.
Wow.
I mean, that is just so unthinkable.
Yeah.
I mean, Christy Mathewson in the 1905 World Series.
Yeah.
I'm getting this because I'm friends with George Will.
It's cool. It's
So
cool.
George
He's
Will
an
knows
historian. no
everything
doubt.
about
Everything.
No greater authority.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
No dispute here.
But Christy Mathewson pitched in the World Series, pitched 3 times, each on 1 day rest, all shutouts. And these guys, nobody goes 9 innings. It's very rare, and they're always hurt.
Yeah.
How do you explain that we're supposedly healthier in the modern era, and yet?
Well, here's the thing. So advanced technology, you put stuff in your body, that strengthens you, but also shields you from the
Dude,
level
why do I
of
have all these ups
attrition.
when I don't need them?
This is just me speculating. The level of attrition that athletes were once subjected
Oh,
to.
my
So in other
fucking
words,
God,
it's like
no.
a boxer that never stepped into the ring. If you step into the ring and you're practicing your craft and you get knocked upside your head, you get used to it. Now, too much of it, you'll be walking around like a vegetable eventually, but you get used to it. The point is, you've never had to subject yourself to what the previous generation of players had to subject themselves to. So once your body encounters that, you don't know how to handle it. But here's the biggest thing,
Actually,
in my
probably,
opinion.
I
Here's
think-
the biggest thing, in my opinion. It's not that injuries didn't happen back in the day.
Oh, he did it to
They
himself!
played through it.
No!
They had to make money. They had to continue playing. These dudes
me, dude.
are getting 8, 9-figure salaries, and so guess what? It's guaranteed. You can sit out. The money is still coming, and you want to
Joder, la gran
sit out to
puta.
ensure that you get a new contract that's going to pay you even more that lasts longer.
Some of it they just couldn't play through.
Right.
I mean,
Some of it. Some of it.
Right.
Yes.
So you're saying it's a mental thing. You're saying they were just tougher and there was like rub dirt on it and get out there.
Well, it's not just that.
I mean, but
it was more on the line. They had second jobs.
But so you're saying
Sports wasn't their only source of
okay,
income.
But if Max Scherzer
That's crazy.
pitched
Damn it. Damn it!
3
I
games,
cannot believe he
3
just tied
complete
this shit
games
up.
with 1 day rest between each, he would have a dead arm.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, but apparently these dudes didn't. How do you explain that?
I can't.
I know it's a mystery,
I
right?
can't, but I will tell you this. Even though you're right about the analogy you provided, they wouldn't
Fucked up.
need a full 4 days off and pitching every 5 days if they had to play for that check, and they would have to go out and get a second job when the season was over. The money
Trash.
encourages them to wait until they could get to 100% or close to it, because you have to understand, these guys signed a contract, and Bill, the first thing they didn't think about was the next
Oh, way.
how do I make sure that I position myself?
I know,
on
dude.
this paper
Can't blame him.
Before I walk
I
out
had
the
him,
door?
bro. I
But I'm
fucking
just saying
had
that's
him. It
what
was
it is.
4-1, dude.
That's
He
what it
came
is.
back so hard.
I can't sign on to that. And there's something physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're underplaying the physical. There's something actually physically different, and it could be the food we eat. Who the fuck?
That's always with the sugar.
Right.
I'm guilty of that. The sugar.
Right.
Yes.
Everything
Or-
else. I mean, no doubt.
And again, it's just these. I always say if
the
I
meat,
if
what
I
they
ever
put in the meat.
if I ever write a book about medicine, I'm not going to, but it would be called "Now You Tell Me," because they're constantly
It's literally
So I
amazing.
don't know.
not knowing
Ah,
something,
damn, bro.
giving you no information or bad information, and then
Fucking
telling you.
dog shit, bro.
And so, do I think we will someday get the answer? Yes, I do. Of why the athletes today are so much
That's-
more frail, and it'll have something to do
That's-
with things we do to ourselves today that they didn't back then. It could be metals in our body, we
Okay.
got mercury, and
Yeah.
you know. I
Well,
mean,
remember what your man Chris Rock once said: the money's in the medicine.
Sickness, bro.
So
That too.
and then what happens is you feel pain, you feel discomfort. You go to those Western doctors that they tell you about.
No,
You
Kyle, I let everybody
and
down.
they tell you you need rest.
Right.
You need this surgery.
But we're literally
surgical
running it back, though.
procedure,
I could fucking
you
get it
need
now.
This medicine, and you listen, because what you're after is longevity to position yourself to get more paper.
I don't know how to do that.
That's how I view it.
I literally don't know how the fuck to do
That's
that.
not
Like,
the entire
that's
no
just
answer,
fucking
but that's how I
ridiculous.
view
They
it.
just blow up my fucking car.
Oh no, I think it's. I mean, when
Fucking
you think about,
clown shit.
I'm gonna get some more of this Hennessy.
please do.
Yes.
When you think about what, I,
Nice and easy, bro. Play it
when you
safe.
think about like what people used to work for. I remember when I was in high school, and Ollie Fraser
that was
on
perfect.
the
He
cover of
killed
Time
that.
magazine. We got Time magazine in my house. It's a big splurge.
Yeah.
It's probably 95 cents a copy or something. And it was, I think the cover was the $3 Million Fighters.
Yeah.
Because they were showing a purse of $3 million, which was like,
Yeah.
1971, 1974. that was
yes,
a big
I think
deal.
it was 71. Wasn't that Ollie Fraser?
71.
And I'm guessing you're a big Ollie.
Yes.
Man.
My all-time idol.
Well, I have quibbles, I must tell you.
Say what?
I have quibbles, I must tell you.
Okay.
And by the way, when I was like a kid, I thought he was awesome also. And he is. I mean, it's like maybe the most charismatic athlete, if not human.
Right.
But
Fuck. No!
did not like the way he treated Joe Frazier.
I agree.
That was gross.
I agree. I'm friends with his daughter, Layla Ali, and we've never talked about it, but that was the one issue that I had with him.
Oh.
As a black man, on one hand, you absolutely positively idolized him because he was willing to take a stand.
Yes.
And fight for what he believed was right and fight against the system, which is something we always appreciate. On the other hand, Joe Frazier was a black man too. And to ridicule him that way, it was tough.
Especially after when
was
Ali
tough.
wasn't working, Joe Frazier lent him money.
Yes.
I mean, it was,
Offered the money,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you were doing there.
Yes, he did. And I remember, as a liberal kid in New Jersey, and like, we were like, yes, he's the hero, he won't go to the war. I also, in later years, could imagine a soldier in Vietnam in the rice paddy with the bullet whizzing past his head thinking, wait, he's the brave one?
Yeah. Dude, he's slacking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
I could see a guy thinking that.
But they would be, not that they would ever, you don't ever want to call a soldier, particularly a soldier serving our country, wrong, but what you want to say is this. He was saying they shouldn't be over there. Like no Viet Cong never ever
I
called me, so
understand
he
you,
was saying that.
absolutely.
It wasn't like he was saying, I'm not going,
Right.
to hell with y'all. He was saying they shouldn't be over there either. You're doing stuff right here in this country that's egregious.
But it had the added virtue of not actually having to go to Vietnam.
That's true.
Which I can't deny.
Can you imagine
I
having to go to
could see.
Yeah.
If I was him,
They're like,
in
hey,
that, if
your
I
life's
was a great
starting.
boxer in that position,
Fuck up.
it's
Yo!
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I could see my Machiavellian mind thinking, oh, I can kill two birds with one stone here. And one of these two birds.
No!
Vietnam.
That's right. Hell no.
And
Hell no.
it's look, I think it's smart. Going, letting yourself get sent to Vietnam was.
Well, let's call it what it is. I mean, listen, I was born in 1967. And so when you think about certain things, particularly as it pertains to our government, on one hand, you want to revere, celebrate, and show appreciation for our soldiers, our men and women who go and fight on our behalf. On the other hand, you look at our country and you look at the nation's capital.
Dude, how is that fucking thing?
Decision, and none of them deserve to be trusted.
How do I do
None
that?
of them. And they're the ones making these decisions about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, et cetera, et cetera. And that was back in the day when there was some level of civility and you thought you could find compromise. Not when everybody's
did pretty
saying that
good,
I'm on the
and he
right
blew it.
side or I'm on the left side. And so you're going with this side because it's the left and that's the way you're supposed to be. But you're going on this side because it's the right side and that's the way you're going to be. And the other bullshit that's associated with it is what's disgusting most because there's no way on earth that you agree with it.
Dude,
But you
nothing
run
can be
across people who are
seen. It's
like-minded
in
and they don't
dark.
agree on
Who the fuck
everything.
is
But
cursing
they've tried to convince
chat
us
right now?
because of this two-party system we're dealing with
Cannot put a
that
curse
you're either on
on
the
us.
right or you're on the left, and you can't be in.
Your favorite
Oh.
fantasies are now
Oh.
together
Fucking
in
ad.
perfect harmony. This
Oh,
is where
no.
hit shows and movies come together. Even add on other
Oh.
streamers in the one app that unites them all. Prime Video.
Independent, as I would applaud you for being
I
an
am.
independent. Listen, I know you're a liberal, I know that, but I can't emphasize enough how much I applaud
No!
the things that you say.
Son of a
when
bitch.
you call out either side because it's the fact of the matter is in this day and age when you look at all
Goddamn
these
son of a
channels,
bitch. All right.
Bill Maher, I could make a legitimate argument that you're worthy of more trust than almost anybody
Oh,
else
he blocked that
I
perfectly.
second that opinion.
when it comes to politics. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're actually worthy.
I mean, you're totally
Oh,
right.
no. I had one chance.
Yes. And I'll just say what's
Oh.
real. I mean, that's
That
my
one
brand.
hurt.
That's what I'm selling.
That one hurt. I have fucking.
but,
Dude, I can never look at the score.
I
It's
know
not a good
from
idea for me.
Politicians will come on the show. I mean, whenever
As soon as
they
I get a
present
little
me,
bit comfortable, bro, it's over.
You know, in a staff meeting with like upcoming
Never-
guests, you know, if I can yay or nay it.
I'll never be able
you
to
know,
be
like,
truly happy.
Always, anyone who's a sitting politician is always an eye roll for me.
Wow.
And sometimes we have them
Why? May I ask?
because being
is
a
crazy,
sitting
what?
politician, you're going to be talking points, full of shit. Not necessarily full of shit, but you just stick to your story. You're not having they're not talking like we're talking.
Right.
We're just
Oh,
talking
thank
talk.
you.
That's
Did that one for
We don't
me.
have to worry about votes. We don't have to
Right.
worry about remaining in office. We don't have to be worried about catering their
yes,
constituency.
we're two guys
You know, it's just
sitting
rapping.
in a nightclub. Okay, we're in the
Club
VIP.
Random.
We're in Club Random. We're drinking. We're
Right.
smoking.
That's right.
Okay.
You're smoking, but I got you.
Okay, this is the opposite of what you're going to get
Yeah.
from a politician. I get it. They're there not for me. They're there for them. That's why they don't even half the time try to answer the question. The first thing they learn is don't answer the question. Say what you want to say.
Exactly.
So that's not fun for me.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
fucking without a dick. It
Yeah.
just sucks.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
No,
I wouldn't know what that's
well,
like.
I don't even
but
know what that
hear you.
means, but it doesn't sound good. Okay?
Right.
So, you know, the second they're out of office
Yeah.
or retiring, suddenly they're 50% better.
And here's the
Not
thing.
completely better.
I think you and I have this in common. You have your show, and because of your show and what it's branded on, you may elect to interview them. Fine.
I do.
Right, fine. I'm the kind of guy, I don't want to talk to him. If your ass was lying in office for 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, 20 years, however the hell long you was in office, I don't want to hear. And by the way, my position is consistent because doing sports, right, you've got people who want to be in television. And you know what I said? Your ass was quiet all of those years. You never had a damn thing to say. Why the hell should I want you on TV now? No. When you had an opportunity to be substantive, say some stuff while you were in a position to resonate, you passed. So don't come to me now wanting to be on TV when you had nothing to say before. That's a big deal to me. That's just me. I don't know. I mean, again, you might be a little different. I get it. I respect it. But that's just me.
No,
That's just me.
I am you.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I got my show First Take.
I'm Spartacus.
Yeah, yeah.
You're Spartacus. We're Spartacus.
I got my show First Take on ESPN every weekday morning. And I'm like this.
Right.
Nah, they ain't coming on. Hell no. They ain't say shit before.
And you're not learning about hockey.
No, that will not happen.
No, I'm telling you.
That will not happen.
That I knew
That will not happen.
you.
I love Gary Bettman. I'm going to go to a game.
You
and when
are-
there's issues, that's different. But damn it, I ain't
No.
discussing no X's and
Where you
O's.
at, my
I
space?
don't know anything.
You are a bad man
Yes, sir.
for doing that.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I'm
not
It's a
lying.
very studly move
Yeah.
to not learn about hockey.
Hey,
It
look,
really is.
hey,
I think it
the
should-
puck is black.
I think you should
The
get
puck is
the
black.
NAACP Man of the Year award for not learning about hockey.
NASCAR too now. NASCAR too.
The homie in the
I'm like,
chat
who the
is
hell-
right.
Who the hell's the black driver?
What is the
Who
homie
he?
in the chat saying?
There should be an award.
Right.
at the,
Nothing can be
the-
seen.
what's the
Oh,
other
is
big,
wait? Can you not
award
see it
show
on the
that's,
stream?
Essence.
The ESPYs, the Essence, the
Essence,
ESPYs. Yes,
isn't
the
that
Essence
a-
Awards, ESPY Awards, all of
Right.
that. Yeah.
Well, ESPY's sports.
Yes.
But I'm talking about the.
Hey, what do you
award
mean,
for
Kyle?
not learning about stupid white shit.
That would be the Essence. That would be the Essence.
Right.
You
It
know
could
what I'm saying?
be-
Yes. BET Awards, yeah, all that.
No, you just.
Dude, Twitch keeps doing that to me,
and
bro.
what do you think? Where do you? I hate this.
I literally don't know how to
so
fix that.
Trite, but like, you're doing a podcast now.
Yes.
That's not sports.
That's right.
You're obviously a guy who can talk
Dude, fucking
about anything.
Twitch.
And
is
you
dumb.
do, and you know the way you even sports abuts like that punter.
Right.
No, sports abuts politics all the time because sports issues become political.
Yeah.
Look at the vaccine in Kyrie Irving. I mean, they can't racial issues. I mean, you can't avoid it.
No, again, not at all.
So you're kind of a political commentator already if you're a thoughtful sportscaster. Howard Cosell was.
That was my idol. Him, Bob
I
Costas.
don't think I
and
can
Brian
fucking.
Gumbel.
I gotta tell you, I had this thing I came across that I obviously pulled out of TV Guide
Okay.
in 1971.
All right.
And it was an ad for ABC local TV. This was TV Guide. I guess
Okay.
it's the New York. I live in the New York area, so this is Jersey.
Right.
So it was the team, the ABC sports team, right?
All right.
And it was Cosell and two other guys.
Dan Didoff. Yeah.
I don't know who and it said, and I guess the other two guys were former players.
Yes, they were.
And it said two guys.
Frank Gifford and Dan Didoff, I believe.
Two guys who made it because they played ball, and one guy because he never played ball.
That's right.
Howard Cosell.
That's correct.
And I framed it and gave it to Bob Costas.
Wow.
And I regret it every day of my life. So I'll never get another one.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I thought he, you know.
Well, let me tell you something. Bob Costas is an authoritarian, and he is a guy that is one of the most brilliant
either fixed it or
broadcasters that
did
has ever
nothing.
graced this business. There is nothing, I repeat, nothing when it comes to sports that he cannot do.
No.
He is absolutely phenomenal, and he was one of the people
And, like,
that set the standards.
The shit you'd have to learn if you did the Olympics. I mean,
Yes.
can you imagine the, like, I'm
Fuck
guessing-
Twitch,
I've covered
bro.
the Olympics. I covered the Olympics in 2000 in
Fuck
Sydney, Australia,
Twitch.
and 2004 in Athens, Greece. And I never want to go back.
Right.
And I've never been back. It's a nightmare because I didn't have the television rights. So I'm sitting 20 minutes away, 20 feet away from the athletes with a tape recorder sticking my arm out, trying to ask a question. I'm never going back.
No, I should be a more patriotic Olympic watcher than I am. Also. I don't watch the Olympics. I know there's some great stuff. Somebody
Watch moments.
Somebody should, and probably has, put together make a 2-hour documentary on every Olympics.
Yeah.
I would totally watch that.
Right.
We boiled it down to 2 hours of great stuff.
That's right. But to have it
Does
on
that
all
exist?
day for 2 weeks long,
Right.
no, you want to hear the big name and you want to see the actual
Oh.
event. Here's what it is. Let's say, for example, there's a swimming event, or even if there's a bobsled event, or if there's a track event or whatever. What you do is you turn it on right at the moment that event is coming on, keep it on there for 2-3 minutes, and turn the damn channel and get back to doing what you were doing. Unless it's a basketball game or
right.
whatever. Boxing is an absolute
much-
joke in Olympic competition.
Too much work. Also, too much backstories.
Yes.
You know, he was mauled by
Features.
a bear in Kyrgyzstan,
yeah.
and I don't care.
Yeah.
And now, his
Yes.
brother is his biggest fan.
Yes,
even though
it's very nice.
Dude, is it
very
even
dear
like
sister.
say I'm
it's just
I want to get back to what you said, though, about political commentary, because I got a confession to make to you right here. Your show, Real Time with Bill Maher, is the one show in my entire career I've never wanted to get invited on because I was scared to death.
yeah.
Because I was like this. I don't like.
Well, we've invited you many times. That's how I know that's true.
Let me tell you something. I mean, I would come on now that I'm sitting across from you, but I'm just saying for you. I know you know what the hell you're talking about, and you're not about the BS. And so for me, I know what might be going on in the moment. I know what I read. I have a perspective.